The National Black Theater, in association with the New Black Fest, presented Facing Our Truth, a series of 10-minute plays on Trayvon Martin, the unarmed African-American teen who was shot on February 26, 2012, in Sanford, Florida, after getting into an altercation with George Zimmerman, a 28-year-old mixed-race Hispanic neighborhood watch. I spoke to T.J. Allen, who portrayed Trayvon in a series of productions. What went through your mind when you first heard of the incident of Trayvon being killed?
Oh, shoot. When I first heard of the incident, I was devastated. I was real angry. I was hurt. I wanted to really, go out and, hurt people and stuff. Like, I was really into, justice, and it seemed like we didn't get enough justice.
I got a chance to catch up with those directly involved with the production and some audience members as they weigh in on the topics of discrimination and gun control in America.
I feel like every black man and woman needs to be Huey P. Newton and get their law book and walk around America with their guns exposed on their hip, facing the ground, and we would see some action.
In terms of gun policy, the laws are way heavily against protecting and more against oppressing. And so no, I don't think that, and I also think that the way the law is enacted, gun laws are enacted, are severely different when you look at what white people can get away, or people with white skin privilege can get away with, and what black people can get away with.
I feel like you should be more careful with it. If you own a gun, you should, know the do-nots and what to do, and, you should learn how to shoot, and, you should know about it. And I don't think Zimmerman really understood how to use a gun.
Gun control policies are really outrageous and are not written to support people. They're written to support institutions. They're written to support capitalism. They're written to support the oppression of black people and of people of color.
Despite all the African American community is doing, a lot of people are still on Judge Zimmerman's side. How do you feel about that?
I'm not good at calling people names, so I'm not going to call them a name because there's a lot of names that go through my head. Those people, most of them, from what I've seen on the media and what I've seen on Fox News, the people who support them come from a very privileged background. A lot of them come from Middle America. A lot of them come from the Deep South. Okay. And these are just generational things that are passed down. So when you have a young 14-year-old or 15-year-old white child saying things to be on George Zimmerman's side, a lot of the times it's regurgitated from their parents or from what they hear in the community of where they're at. Middle America, a lot of whites in the Middle America who support George Zimmerman, they have never been to New York, they've never been to California, they've never been to Africa, they've never been to Paris, they've never been outside their little town. So it's just more of ignorance. Okay. Because education is key, and a lot of these people don't have the education to understand that what George Zimmerman, what he did was wrong.
I feel around this particular incident, we haven't quite completed our healing, and we haven't quite finished the conversation. So I felt it was important for me to take part of something that was continuing the conversation and kept it in everyone's mind.
It affects me to the point where I can get emotional because of the fact that this could be anybody. And I have a dear friend who lost his brother to violence. I know people that this has affected them. And so Trayvon wasn't just Sabrina's son, she was all of our sons.
This is reality. It can happen to anybody, not just because you're black, you know what I mean? People get stereotyped. So the message is just to be more careful of yourself and how you present yourself in the streets, you know what I mean? I know it's a shame we have to dress like this to fit in, or we gotta dress like this. I know that's a bad thing, but sometimes you gotta play that role. You can't have no hoodies up. Just a message of being careful and attentive of what's going on around you. So hopefully everybody will just, be aware of their surroundings and just stay respectful.
Fatima Sesay, SaharaTV.